If you're seeing this, then this is your Libra full moon messages. Hello and welcome. My name is Lara. What's yours? We're here talking about some astrology and looking at some oracle cards and some tarot cards today. I want to try something new. But also we are under a lot of energy at the moment. Not only do we have the full moon, we are still here at the start of a new astrological new year. And we also have come out of huge retrograding seasons, and March was insane, and we're like almost out of the woods here. And yeah, so we're going to talk a little bit about it. We're going to dive into the tarot and see what the universe has to say. So whether you're here, this particular full moon in Libra is happening on April 12th, 2025. So these are the energies that we're all swimming under. If you're here and seeing this at that moment in time, if it's a different moment in time, either forwards or backwards, because time isn't linear. Ooh. I don't know how you do that, but like, whatever. Either way, you can trust that there are messages here for you. Ultimately, you're the one who knows the best. So you can just take what messages resonate and leave whatever doesn't. You know your situation the best, and I encourage you to listen to your own intuition. This is a general reading, so there's messages for all of us who come to find this. And I'm in here with you too. So, do with that what you will. But yeah, hopefully you find something here that's helpful, that can bring you some clarity. So, but yeah. And with that, okay, I think we'll dive into what we have happening astrologically speaking. Like I said, the focus here is our full moon in Libra. This is happening on the Libra Aries axis. The sun is in Aries, and the full moon in Libra. So Libra is an energy of balance. It is relationship focused. It's also ruled by Venus, which is important for what we're going to talk about. That's sort of coming into play with all of this. Excuse me. But while Libra is asking us sort of who we are in our relationships, and Aries is asking us more of who we are as an independent individual. This is coming on the heels of two eclipses. The last two moons that we've had have also been eclipses. And Venus who rules Libra, has also Taurus in Libra, and has been in retrograde, but she is coming out of retrograde this same day. So that is happening. There's also a lot of Chiron influence, which is the wounded healer. And with this Aries retrograde, this has challenged us since March 1st, okay, to slow down and look at and reassess what's working, what's not working in our relationships. Okay, all of them. This is friends, family, romantic relationships, work relationships, relationships to things like work, home, because that is how we live in this world. We are in relation to everything, to people, to places, to things. So all of that has been in question. And this full moon energy, full moons are when they're at their most luminous. This particular moon is also the pink moon. Okay. So, and that's also like really echoing the Venus energy. It's pink and like love, and pink is also a color of self-care and nurturing and, you know, all of these beautiful things. So I really feel like there will be plenty to release. We're going to get a lot of illumination after a long period of like cloudiness and fogginess. I think we'll be getting much more clarity because not only was Venus in retrograde, but also Mercury was in retrograde. We've also been dealing with like most of the planets being retrograde pretty much since last November. So there's been a lot going on, okay? And March was particularly outrageous. So needless to say, there's a lot of energy, big stuff, big feelings. Dare I say big changes? And yeah, we're going to see what that means for us. I was looking at this tarot spread and I was like, oh yeah, like I'm going to do this positions. That looks like really cool. And now I'm like forgetting an entire positioning there. But you know what? That's maybe okay because we can just wing it as we go. I think we can figure out what we're going to do together. All right. I feel good about us. So I think we should dive in. I have our Keepers of the Light tarot to see what Keeper of the Light is going to come out and guide us underneath this moon illuminated. All right. So let's go ahead and see what we've got going on. Could we please and thank you have, would anyone like to come see us? I guess you could say. Is there somebody who would like to come and sort of show us, open up the door here for what it is we're going to be working with under this full moon in Libra energy? I think self-care is going to be like really, really big at this time. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Sure. Okay. Yeah. Literally, as I was saying that about self-care, couple things happening. We have our guide here. Kali Ma. So yeah, I think self-care is going to be important because she's coming through very strongly, which is super interesting. Venus also coming out of her retrograde, by the way, is emerging as the morning star. Venus is both the morning and the evening star. So there is this sense of emergence. We've got Kali Ma. The card here says, facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. There's so much. We see the skulls around the neck, the flowers. These are, what kind of lilies are these? These are some kind of lily. And the lamp lit with 5 flames. Do you see that right there? It's really striking and it's really beautiful. I know a little bit about who she is. She is. That's what she is. And interestingly enough, underneath the deck, we have Mercury with open communication, which is kind of funny because Mercury went direct earlier this week. This says, get a weight off your chest, speak up with love and be heard. Whoa. Okay. Fine. All right. Let's read a little bit about Kali Ma and facing this fear. She is ready to go. Okay. She comes in many forms, by the way. But Kali Ma is the Hindu goddess of death and rebirth. If there was ever a time to shed some layers. Okay. She brings old cycles to an end so we can experience transformation. She's a strong, fierce, fiery, and powerful image of the divine feminine. Many have been intimidated by her, but she is a mother energy and therefore completely loving. So don't forget that. She's like a fierce mother protecting her child from harm. She has a dark energy like the night sky, but it consumes fear and leaves only love. She's the twin flame of the god Shiva and has even been known to slay his ego so that he can reveal his true loving self. Okay, slayer of egos. But like, it's good for you, builds character. And the best way to go through that stuff for yourself when you are slaying your ego's heads as they pop up is with love and nurturing and self-care. So interesting. This is a time when you are able to look fear in the eye and move away from it. Fear is just energy, and energy can be changed. This can be an intense experience because the human self is so conditioned that it may be used to operating with fear present. When the fear is gone, it may feel as though an emptiness is there, but this is space for love and miracles to enter. You're being filled with the courage of spirit now so that you can move from this place of your life to the next. Trust the process and call on Kali Ma to help you release your fear and step into a space that's strong, focused, and courageous. So Kali Ma also is like that Kundalini energy coming up and burning away everything that's not serving you. So this is going to be intense, it sounds like. So as fiercely as you face this fear, that's as fierce as you need to be mothering yourself, which is really interesting because Tarot Tuesday, at the end of the reading, the last card was the Empress in reverse, which I was like, lots of self-care. And here we are. Because Kali Ma is here. Oh, all right. Okay. And then also with Mercury coming at the bottom, I think you and I both already know there's something that you've been avoiding saying, whether that's to yourself or to someone around you. Okay, and it's because you haven't been ready to face this fear, but the time is now. It's happening. Okay. And that's that. Right? So let's see. Can I remember the fourth card? If not, then I can just trust that there's 3 cards that are going to come through. I think it's just the 3 cards that are coming. Okay, great. So let's, I'd like to take a look with our tarot here with Kali Ma overseeing this reading. We're here under the full moon energy. The full moon also at its most luminous point in its cycle. And it's a period of letting go. It's the harvest point in the cycle. So we're talking about, you know, like seeing everything for what it is. Whatever's not working and serving us is being cut back. And whatever is ready to harvest is being harvested. And then whatever needs to keep growing, we're nurturing it and preparing it to keep growing. So yeah, so that's kind of like where my head is at in the moment. Let's see. Okay, so can we get our first card here for, okay, I guess we've got our first two and we've got our third. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Ta 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 ta. I'm sorry. Give me just 1 second. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Let's start at our shadow cards, where we always start, representing our subconscious. Okay, so this is just below the surface for us. We have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. This is really like, there's a focus here on work relationships in particular, how we work with other people here, collaboratively and in a group. So there's the difficulties here are highlighted. Something at work isn't working. And then that's really specific. And I'm saying that because it's the Pentacles specifically. This is typically about material resources, and the way that we acquire material resources is typically through working for something like money, or how we're building our assets, things like that. So this, in the upright position, everybody is here coming together, weaving this beautiful tapestry. In the reverse, you know, I think there are elements of there could be egos clashing in these relationships for you. This could be, I mean, and this could represent like any kind of relationship, because usually if it's happening in one place, it's happening all over your life. But egos clashing is pretty common with this one. But also feeling like things are evenly distributed, right? Maybe you're feeling like you're shouldering a burden, or somebody else is feeling like they're shouldering a burden, and it's throwing off the dynamic. Maybe you are prone to doing more and like not being valued for the work that you're doing, and that's creating issues as far as your ego and your ability to work with people. It's with the Nine of Pentacles following that, it really is clear, because this is all about independence and building something for yourself. I mean, talk about the Libra Aries axis here. You know, this is you flourishing on your own because you did your own thing and you did your thing for you. There is a sense of freedom in this, because this person has everything they need and enough for some luxury. They've created this for themselves. Okay. So I think this is where our tensions are coming in. And the Ten of Pentacles is, you know, you really don't want to work for something like this because it's not making you happy, and it's not actually building that stable foundation that you want for your future. Okay. You're seeing these things here. And a lot of it is that there's grief that needs to be let go. No surprise here. No surprise in these here parts. But this grief is ready to be let go here. And I think the issue has been the emotional blockages, but it's time to break through that, and it's time to get a sense of clarity. It's time to, with a page, this is like starting over, finding that curiosity again and that clarity. So, you know, light bulb moments, aha. And yeah, so that's all coming up from the shadow. And as far as what we have, I have 3 cards. Our first card is what is being illuminated under this full Libra moon. And we have the 3 of Wands in reverse. So right away, I mean, this is really echoing the energy of Kali Ma with facing the fear. You haven't gotten started on something on your own journey, okay? Because there's fear that you haven't been facing. Also, maybe because, and or both, you could be still not dreaming big enough. In this position, we have someone looking out over the horizon. It's broad, it's expansive. Like, where do we go from here? And, you know, what's being illuminated is the fear around dreaming bigger. Because you haven't been dreaming bigger because you're afraid. So that's what's being illuminated. With the Wands energy as well, this is something that you're very passionate about. If it's, it's a highly creative venture, whether that's just something that you're very passionate about, or it's something like your work. It could be both, but yeah, there's a real fear around broadening this horizon here. And the second card that we have is what is ready to be released. And it's the Devil card in the reverse. So there you go. The good news about this, what's ready to be released, I think, is a lot of conditioning around why you feel like you're not free. This is like the shadow work. Again, makes total sense with Kali Ma presiding, okay? It's time to break through these chains for yourself. The fear is being released. I just heard Time to Release the Beast. If you know that song, by the way, it's a really fun song. You should look it up. But it's like, time to release the beast. Get up. Everybody get up. Yeah, it's whatever. That just came in my head. So, and that's definitely like Kali energy, because she is a force to be reckoned with. So yeah, I mean, it's really going to be illuminated and highlighted what the fears are around not dreaming big enough, and that's exactly what's being released. It's time for it to go. And how do we do that with our third card, with the Two of Cups in reverse? All of this is in reverse, by the way, which I think is so funny because we just got out of retrograde. And yet, here we are. But the Two of Cups in reverse, how are you going to release all this? You have to heal from those past disappointments in your relationships. With cups, this is usually indicative of love, but it is, in general, it's fulfillment. So, I'm getting the sense that like this is, whatever this is, this horizon that's not being broadened enough out of fear, it's because this is something that's like this really means a lot to you. This is something that, you know, once you really go out there and go for it, can be really fulfilling for you. And truly has all been stunted because of this relationship trauma that needs to be healed. From the past. You know, we work with people, and it's just as easy to get hurt in those relationships. Again, this doesn't have to be about your work. This could be about anything. This could also be about romantic partnerships. Maybe you have settled for certain things because you're too afraid to broaden that horizon, even though, you know, you are coming into this sense of like, you deserve much better than this. You've been playing it small, no matter how you slice it. Whatever game you're playing. And if you're playing the game of life, you're playing all of the games. Not like playing games, you know what I mean? I mean, like, don't take it so seriously. But also, it hurts, which is what I'm seeing here. And maybe you've been ruminating a lot on that, and that's literally what's getting in the way of all of this. And so it's time to heal that. Okay? And that is what is going to break us free. So that's what Kali Ma is here to do for you. Okay? You can give this to her to swallow up. And it's almost like slaying these like fear demons. And that's what Kali, you know, she's slaying that ego. There's elements of this shadow with the devil card in reverse that are coming up for you. It's like paying attention to that. And the shadow work aspect of it is, you know, these parts coming up from the dark, they need you to listen to them, because they really, what they are is that they're hurt and they're hurting. And that's why this has been constricting you, keeping you stuck in this fear and in this, I don't want to say short-sighted, this smaller world, we could say. It's like going under the bed and looking for the monsters. If you were a kid who was afraid of monsters, right? You didn't let your world get very big because of these monsters. And Kali Ma is here to protect you as you go and you look in this shadow, in this, you know. So a lot of these monsters, though, is that they just need to be loved on, and it's wounds that need to be healed. And that is also the Chiron influence that's coming in. So that's what we have for the things, what's being illuminated, what we need to release. It really is hand in hand here. With open communication, I think that also is indicating open communication within yourself. Yes. Okay. This is wild, but I'm loving this for us. I don't expect any less, please, to get out of this Venus retrograde. All right. Cool. Let's go. How many baths can a girlie take? Crying every day. Okay, but here we go. Listen, all of that, and let's get our moon deck oracle card to see, you know, how can we best support ourselves through this? We know what's being illuminated. We know what's ready to be released, and we know how we're going to be releasing that. What's going to support us healing those wounds? Opening up that communication with ourselves first and with those around us. Because it could be internal, but it could also be that there's relationships around you too, that it's like, that have been keeping you small. I'll just straight up say it. Okay, there you go. All right. Yeah. Because the devil in reverse too is also challenging us to take our power back. Where have we been giving away our power, and like, how are we taking that back? So that's a big part of healing those wounds. But let's go ahead and get our moon deck oracle here and see how we'll be best supported during this time. I see it. Perfect. Thank you. Woo! This one is like, yeah, this is hitting on all sides. I'm loving this for us. We have, I shed habits that hinder my truth. I release and renew. Shedding our skin through this shadow work. Okay. That Kundalini energy is the snake energy. We're shedding skin under this moon. All right, let's see what the book says. This is a 32. Rebirth. Ooh-wee. When we've outgrown our old skin, we can shed the layers that no longer serve us. Certain habits reach an expiration date, giving us an opportunity to be renewed. Sometimes we're swept up by the motivation to change, and other times we resist letting go. Snake is here to encourage you to shed, release, and renew. This represents transformation, primal energy, and life force, which all need to cyclically shed for true regeneration. This is your time for death of... Woo! I misread that. This is your time for rebirth. Kali Ma, death and rebirth, baby. Let go of habits, stories, behaviors, devil card, or relationships, devil card, that hinder your truth, so you can experience an increased life force. If you hold on to them too tightly, they'll pollute the present. Your past has made you stronger and served its purpose, yet now it can serve you on a new and more aligned pathway. Trust that it is safe to shed and have a fresh start. And then the ritual is a spirit rite, which looks like journaling, to help eliminate any fuzziness that's coming up from all the overload of grief. That makes sense. Yeah, so writing might be helpful at this time for you. Okay. I love it. Oh, yeah. And then at the bottom of that, speaking of shadow work, now is the time to integrate all that I have gathered. Did you learn your lessons during your retrogrades? This is all coming together in its pinnacle, and what's not needed is time to go. All right? But this is a shedding of the skin, this death and this rebirth, emerging as something new, okay? But we got to tend to those wounds, baby. Also, when you shed skin, you know, you're more sensitive, okay? So again, emphasis on the self-care. Kali Ma, although she is that death, rebirth, destruction, slayer of egos, she is a loving mother energy. So fiercely loving yourself like a mama bear. That's it. That's what I got. Did that make sense? Makes sense to me. We'll see how we get through it. But that being said, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you have a wonderful full moon, and let go, let go, let's let go. Let us go. Let's let go. Okay. So I'm so grateful that you were here. If you like this video, you can like it, and there's hearts and stuff, and what else? Leave comments. And there's more stuff about me in the box below. But yeah, I'm grateful you were here. Love yourself, and you know me. By hell or high water, I'll see you on the other side. Okay.